Yeah, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm working on this 1979 XL500. Bought this a couple years ago. I had one when I was 16 years old, and this one here smokes quite a lot. So I made a video a couple years ago how to rebuild the carburetor on this, and when I started up, it filled the garage full of smoke. Anyway, I have a couple videos how to rebuild the head on this, and how to take the motor off the bike. And check in the comments below for a link for those videos. In this video here, I'm going to show you how to rebuild the motor, put new piston rings, and rebuild the head. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this video. Subscribe to my channel, give a thumbs up below, and leave a comment. You gotta take these off because there's a bolt on here and here for the top of the head here. That looks really good. I'll take the cam off here. A little bit of wear there. Let me put a used one back in. The journals are really good, so that's good. I'm gonna take this bolt off in here. There's two more nuts, one here and one in the front underneath here. Alright. Should be washers there too. I'm gonna take these off here for the cam chain tensioner. After you back off the bolt for your cam chain tensioner, push it away from the head because there's a bolt that still be holding onto your cylinder. Grab my chain here, put it here. I think it's jamming between those guides. So make sure I got my guide pins here. This one goes here. Alright, check this out. Okay, that one's good. Let me take the other one off here. They all seem to break right here. Well, you could probably put a bolt, sink it in there and bolt it back down. I bet you I could do that. Anyway, put that bushing back in, put the bolt here. There's two bolts here, 10 millimeters. Spray a little WD-40 in here. I'm going to just hone this a little tiny bit, not much. That doesn't look too bad. There's just a few little marks there, but it should be fine. I bought a set of standard rings here. I'm gonna check the gap there, see if it's within spec. It's supposed to be like 5/8 to 3/4 of an inch. It's supposed to be 30 thou to 60 thou. I'll try 30. And that fits perfect. Check my second ring here. The second ring is supposed to be 15 thou to 45 thou. So if I got a 20 right here, and that goes in just nice and snug. So that one's within spec. Now I'm gonna put my piston rings in here. So I'll put the the oil ring in here first. Put this one here at the bottom, number 4. I'll put this one here, number 3. This is the top of the piston here. Good. And then the second ring is the thickest one. There's a letter right here. It says 2 right there. So 2 is for up. So I'm going to put here on this side of the piston. Number 1, just T for top. So I'll put that on the first groove. Perfect. Yeah, put my piston in here. On top of the piston it'll say in. That means the inside of the motor. Make sure you put the piston the right way. I'll try to put this in here without losing it. I think I got it there. I'm going to replace my O-ring here. Yeah. Put a brand new one in there. I bought some valve grinding compound. I'm going to put a little bit on the valve here and put it on here and just so the noise goes away. I'm going to put a little bit more. So I cleaned it, and now I'm going to use a metal polish to get a nice smooth finish on the valve seat. I finished lapping the other valves and put my new valve seals in there, so I'm going to put my last spring in here. Let's put a little bit of hard grease on the end of the valve here. There's a washer here, make sure you don't lose that. That's in there. Make sure it's in the back of the valve in the center. Make sure it's nice and flat there. I'll put my keepers. Remember, these are tapered. Now this should fit in there. Hard grease should hold it in there. Pretty good there. Put the other one in the back side. There you go, it's in. Back off the spring compressor. Base gasket there already. Just gonna want to put a little bit of light coating on the rings. So I already cleaned, degreased this and the base gasket. So I'm just gonna put a little coating of oil inside here a little bit. So I'm gonna put this in here. I put the base gasket, grab the magnet and grab my chain. Piece of wire through here so it doesn't drop down. Squeeze your rings in. There you go. You're gonna make sure you got your 2 dowel pins underneath there. I forgot to mention that. Just gonna snug up this bolt and the front one down. And these 2 here. I reckon the degrease are good. They're just dowel pin with that ring there goes in here. There should be 2 other ones on the head. I cleaned this already. I'll stick this in here. I'm gonna put the bolt in through here for the camshaft tensioner. I'm just gonna press this down here with my screwdriver here. I put the head gasket there and on the head here. Stick this in here. Slid all the way down there, good. Copper washers here, I cleaned them. And there should be 2 clean nuts. Those go on the inside of the motor. And the rusty ones here go on the outside. I'm just gonna snug them up here. So I'm gonna torque these to 80 inch-pounds and then again to 160 and then the final 240. I already put the 2 nuts that goes here. You're supposed to put, I forgot to tell you, you're supposed to put a little bit of oil on these threads. 240. There, should be good. Right now I'm going to raise this cam chain tension all the way up against the spring, and then I'm going to tighten it up back here. Now it's being held up. It'd be easier to put the chain on the camshaft. Now I put a little bit of oil in the over here. Quickest way to put this camshaft in, put the sprocket underneath the chain and slide this in here. Slide it in there, good. I'm gonna rotate this flywheel till it says T. That one there says F. That one right there, T. So it lines up on the mark right there. See the 2 marks on the cam, right here and right here. That should be flush with the head, and they are right there. So I'll double check the mark, make sure it didn't move. Just moved a little bit. All right, right there. I just double check the mark on here. And that cam gear is perfect right there. I like it. I'm gonna rotate the cam, put the bolt in. It don't matter if the lobes of the cam are down or facing up, doesn't matter. As long as these marks line up here and with the T on the flywheel. So I'll double check everything again. T. Perfectly straight. Yep, I like it. It's supposed to be 200 inch-pounds. My bolts here for the cam chain tensioner. Yeah, nice and tight. So rub brake cleaner and degreased all the way around here in the groove here. The manual says do not put any sealant in there for that plug, but I'm not too sure about that because I've seen them leaking before. So it's up to you guys, but I'm not going to put any. I'm putting some Permatex Grace gasket maker here, just a little thin coat. Alright, so like you see, my rocker arms here are really good shape. They're not worn at all. I'll put some around all the bolt holes. I got my 2 dowel pins, one there, one there. I got my cam lobes down. I'm gonna snug them up a little bit. So these are supposed to be torqued to 7 to 10 foot-pounds, so I'm gonna go to 100 inch-pounds. So I'll show you the torque sequence right here in the picture. I put oil in the motor and I rotated the motor a few times, put it back to top dead center, and I'm going to set my valves here. 0.1 of a millimeter or 4th valve for the exhaust. Okay, so I'm just going to crack these off here. Just slide that in there underneath there. Tighten it up a little tiny bit. See, I feel a slight drag. Looks good. I'm gonna try a bigger one. Make sure it don't fit. Yeah, that doesn't go in. I got oil in the motor, so I'm gonna prime it. Just gonna rotate. I rotate it back to top dead center. And I double check my valves again. This decompression lever should be set 1 to 3 millimeters of free play. So mine is there perfect. I set it up already, tighten it up. And my manual one goes right here. So I'm gonna put this motor back on the bike right now. Well, I always put this bolt in first. I clean the threads and I clean the rust and paint at my bolt. We'll a little bit. There you go. Torque these to 51 to 70 foot-pounds of torque. This here carburetor is a little tricky to go in there. I put a heat gun on the rubber boot here and it slid right in. Okay, I'll put my box in here. I'm gonna hook up the clutch cable here. Just like that. There you go. Put my guard on, hook up the wires here, and I'll put my gas tank on now. All back together except for the muffler. I got a sandblast this, and I got a mint condition XR500 muffler, and that's gonna sound good. A couple more horsepower, less restriction. All right, put a little gas in there. Seal start. All right, go for a spin. working really good. The XR500 muffler fits really good. A little bit louder because I got the baffle out of it, but she seems to have a little bit more power, just a little bit. I can feel a difference. Anyway, if you like this video, press thumbs up below, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.